Hello guys, hope everyone's enjoying their day. Today's video is going to be on how to move a shipping container. Let's say that it's delivered and it's not quite squared up like you want it to. This is what I do to move them. I use a high lift jack. This is a 4-foot high lift jack right here. So I could lift the container up pretty high if I wanted to. If you're gonna lift it too high though, you'll need a jack on either side. And then what I like to do, if I'm gonna have it there to keep it stationary, there's this hole on the top of this one. And what I'll do is I'll connect a ratchet strap from that hole and up through the top corner post hole. That way when the jack's underneath here on the side through this hole at the bottom, I have it ratcheted to the top right here so that jack stays straight up and down. That way it doesn't tip. Because if you don't do that and you start getting too high, the jack's going to more than likely start to tip, and you don't want that. The last thing you want is a container to come down. So do this with caution. Use some common sense when you do it too, but that's a preventative measure to help the jack from tipping over. So once I've got it jacked up a little bit, just a little higher than you see it right now for the gap on the ground, I just get some round, these are 4-inch posts, some round 4-inch posts, and you can see right here I just stick them underneath. I try to get one as far to this side as I can because I'm pushing it this direction. If you're pushing it the other direction, you'd want this post that's over here furthest over. The middle post, or the second post, since I'm going this way, when I jack it up I try to put it just past halfway so that it gives me more room to be able to slide it over before it falls off, and then I have to jack it up again and do that whole thing all over. I try not to jack it up from this corner right here because the jack will tend to hit on the gaskets and I don't like that. So if I can, I'll jack it up from the side. You can jack it up from either side high enough to put posts underneath the entire thing. So for instance, if I start getting it closer to this container and I don't have room to jack it up from this side, I'll go onto this other side over here and not do it from the front, but do it from the side. Once I've got the container jacked up, I've got the posts underneath it, then what I do is just back my truck up to it, line it up with the corner post, because that's going to be the strongest part, and then I just back up and that truck easily pushes it over. So you can see I got the truck started right now. I don't have anyone to hold this phone. Let me see if I can prop it up with something here. Okay, so you can kind of see it in action. There we go. I think that's gonna work. I'll go get in and move it over a little bit. Jack out of the way, and I should still be able to push it over, but once I get past the halfway point, this corner right here is going to want to dig into the ground. So I'm going to want to jack it up again, move this post back over here, move the other post just past the halfway mark. That way I can finish pushing it over to where I need it to go. I actually probably won't have to because it's pretty close to being lined up right now, but all right, so that's how it's done. Once you've got it moved over into position, get to the side where it's not against something, jack it up a little bit enough to get the post out from under it, and you can just pull it straight out this way and you'll be good to go. All right, hope this helps somebody. One other thing too, you can actually use this method, but do the same thing, but put posts, the round posts on both sides of the container, the far end and this end, and then you can pull the entire container this way. What I use for that is some 20-foot, about 24-foot long ratchet straps, and I get 2 of them and link them together. I link one through this corner post hole right here. I link the other through the corner post hole at the back. So it's one long stretch of 2-inch ratchet strap. I tie to it in the middle, and then tie a strap from the middle section to the hitch on the truck, and then pull it that way. I mean, you can only move it about 4 or 5 feet at a time, but if you don't have the equipment to do it, that's a way to get it done. All right, everybody have a great day. See you next time.